I remember the exact moment, the words slicing through the clatter of silverware and forced laughter. My sister's smirk was sharp, surgical. Here's to the family letdown who still believes they matter. My mom laughed, the kind of laugh that doesn't reach her eyes. I stayed still. I smiled, carefully, like a statue. Inside, something turned. I excused myself to the kitchen, hiding the tremor in my hand as I poured a glass of water. The reflection in the stainless steel fridge caught my eye. Calm, composed, harmless. But that night, calm was a weapon, and harmless was the mask of the predator. I remember when she first walked into my life, bright-eyed, claiming kinship. We shared secrets like coins in a fountain. I trusted her. I let her into my world. I let her see the parts of me I hid from everyone else, my failures, my doubts, my ambitions. And she smiled, nodded, laughed, as if I were fragile glass she'd never drop. I should have noticed the fractures earlier, the late-night calls, the whispers that stopped when I entered the room, the offhand remarks about my choices, my loyalty, my worth. Small, like scratches on porcelain. But even porcelain cracks under enough pressure. The moment of revelation came quietly, like a shadow creeping across the floor. An email, one I wasn't meant to see, threaded with betrayal. My sister, my blood, orchestrating deals behind my back, undermining everything I had worked for. My family, my inheritance, my reputation, all being carved into pieces and handed to her. I didn't shout, I didn't confront. That was the first lesson I learned from watching her. Reaction is weakness. I paused, I calculated, I wrote down every detail, every meeting, every lie, every smile that had masked a knife in the dark. I waited. The planning was meticulous. I traced the flow of money, the chain of influence, the skeleton of her lies. I watched her arrogance, knowing it was my ally. Each boast, each condescending laugh fed the architecture of her downfall. I documented everything with precision, legal records, witness statements, contracts. Every stone she thought was secure became a lever in my hands. Execution was quieter than expected. A discreet phone call here, a letter there, an anonymous tip tucked into the right inbox at the right time. She didn't see it coming, not because I was clever, but because she never expected me to care enough to move. I made no speeches. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. The machinery of justice, of consequence, was my voice. The climax returned me to the present, to the dining room where it all began. She leaned forward, her expression smug, sensing the imbalance of power. I held her gaze, calm, patient. "Funny," I said softly, almost lost beneath the hum of conversation, "you thought the night would go on unchanged." Her smile faltered, tiny cracks she hadn't known she'd left exposed. Then came the final pieces. The board meeting that ended her authority. The whisper that stripped her friends of loyalty. The legal notice she hadn't seen in time. Each strike measured, precise. Her empire, carefully built over years of charm and deceit, crumbled silently, methodically. She realized too late that her laughter, her gloating, had been invitations to her own undoing. I watched her, the calm in my chest solid, unshakable. Not vindictive, not cruel, simply right. I had taken nothing she hadn't risked losing with every manipulation, every betrayal. And in the stillness after the storm, I finally felt it. The clarity of justice, the quiet intoxication of power restored. I returned home that night, removed my coat, and sat at the desk where it all had begun. My signature, the final seal on the documents that shifted everything, still glowed on the page. The instrument of betrayal became the instrument of my control. I traced it with a finger, slow, deliberate. Some people measure revenge in noise, shouts, confrontations, scandals. Mine was measured in silence, in patience, in the satisfaction of watching the inevitable unfold exactly as predicted. And as I poured a second glass of water, I let the quiet settle around me. My sister had underestimated me. My mother had applauded the wrong side. But in the end, the